I want to know, I honestly want to know what's wrong with Lauren because first, she forced this man to stay with her, choose her, he stick around even though the guy is visibly showing her that he doesn't want her. And again, I don't know what it is, if she just wants to be on TV, herself be embarrassed by this man, or if it is just her character. So I don't know what that is. So this episode, we are going to review Love is Blind episode 9. Welcome everyone. My name is Islan. For those who don't know me, and if you're new here, you can just call me Easy, just to make it easy. So easy for everyone, easy. So today we are going to talk about episode 9 of Love is Blind season 8. It's been a long overdue because I've been procrastinating a little bit because I've been tired. So today I was like, you know what? This year I want to take this seriously, and I want to make sure that I am being consistent and do all the things that I told myself I would do. So here I am, just back from work, and here to review Love is Blind season 8 episode 9. So back to my notes because it's been a moment since I watched the episode, so I don't want to miss out on anything. I received a lot of feedback, especially my husband was telling me the other day that I was like, can you give me 2 constructive feedback regarding my YouTube channel, what you've seen and everything, because I'm just starting this out and I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job. And he told me, first of all, your eyes is always down. You need to look at the camera. I'm like, yes, I'm working on that, especially hour long, and then we didn't really cover anything, like just talking like I'm doing right now, which I noticed, and we're gonna get right into it because I don't think you are here for my little sad story, right? So it was just a FYI why my eyes is always down, because I'm looking at my notes. So episode 8, we just a quick recap. Episode 8 was the retreat, the get together, the meetup, right? Where everyone meet everyone, and it was very smooth, different from all of the other season of Love is Blind that we've seen so far. There's always some drama, but in this season, because the couple that are still in the show, they were not in love triangle, so that's why it was so easy for them to talk to each other, so easy for them to get to know each other and blend together. And then we saw Taylor and Daniel. They went to see Daniel's parents. Daniel has a really nice house, and when they get there, we get to meet his blind sister. That was so lovely. And we get to see Daniel family. I really like his family because you can see that he gets. But when you are when you grew up in a stable household, and your parents are together and they share love for each other, it definitely can show throughout you as a kid, right? So that's what we see with Daniel. So with Daniel, you can see that he was raised by a loving parent, that and then the reason that he's looking, or he wants pure love, or he want like deep connection with someone else, it's because he literally experienced that. So he was living in a household where both parents were loving, both parents were there for each other, both parents were acting as a team, because you can see Daniel parent, you can see that they work as a unit, so they are a unit. So when the mom is talking, you will see how the dad will like nod at what the mom is saying, because it's kind of like, yeah, we are on the same page. Yes, I approve everything that she's saying. She's speaking on my behalf. This was very lovely to see. Very nice family. Like I said before, Taylor and Daniel. I don't really have much to say about them. I love the couple so far. I love where they come from. With Taylor being an overthinker, I feel like Daniel really compliment her in a way that he will always be there to soothe her, to meet her halfway, as I mentioned earlier in my last video. And then when they were at Daniel parent, I remember Daniel mom or dad did ask Taylor if her parents was on board, approved the engagement or any, and that's when Taylor did share her parents were a little skeptical about the whole process. Her parent is still taking some time to come around and accept she's engaged, and she's gonna get married. But then later on, we saw Daniel and Taylor. They went to Taylor's home, another beautiful home, just renovated. They didn't miss just to let us know. And you can see that Taylor's mom was not really happy with the situation. And I think she was more concerned that Taylor did not tell her he was engaged. She said, "Oh, in what world do you think you're not telling me that you're gonna get engaged?" Something like that. That's when they meet their parents, and later on, Daniel parents were able to join Taylor's home, and both parents were able to talk to each other, their expectation and their hope in the whole process. So Taylor parent came around. I definitely love when Taylor dad say, "It's not me that you have to convince. I'm sold. You have to convince her," which was Taylor mom, and that can tell you that she's a little bit more rigid than the dad, and she has like maybe like more authority than the dad. And yeah, and the mom, it took her some time, but she definitely come around, and hopefully they get to the altar. So far, like I said, nothing really to say about Taylor and Daniel connection. I feel like their connection is very pure, and I feel like their connection is one of the strongest connection and for that season of Love is Blind. And then we had Devin and Virginia. So Devin and Virginia went to Devin house to meet Devin parents, and who this was something. This was something because Devin family has a lot to say. They had a lot of questions, especially Devin's brother. He came with all of and I feel like those questions were very necessary, to be honest, because when two people like two strangers, let's call them like that because that's what they are. So when two strangers get together and they get engaged and they decide to get married, so there's a lot of questions that are like will be like burning question, things that people would want to know, and also things each couple would like to know about each other. How are we going to navigate this situation if we were to get in this kind of situation? So they talk about divorce, they talk about family, they talk about their upbringing, and another thing that they talk about having children. So they are both Devin and Virginia are definitely on the same page when it comes to having children, because I think they both want 6 or 4 or 6, 2 to 6, something like that. Those numbers, which is crazy to me, but good for them. And yeah, and definitely that's when Virginia talked about the prenup again. So as I mentioned in my previous video, if you watched it, I don't think prenup is such a bad thing as people would make it to be, because first of all, it's a way for you to protect yourself financially. I don't necessarily think that signing a prenup means it's not gonna work. You're already thinking about divorce or thing like that. No, especially with Love is Blind, where two people don't know each other, two strangers that get to meet up, and then they know so little about each other, because the first time they see each other, remember, is when they get engaged, and then after that they don't really have that much time to investigate, to learn more about the person. They will get married in 2 weeks or whatever. So I feel like the prenup for that Virginia Devon to sign, it's necessary, and it's only fair, because I don't know you. I don't know you, and I want to protect myself. I don't believe you can just trust everybody just like that. I don't believe in that. So the Devon family was very lovely. The mom was quite, she understand and where Virginia was coming from. She was the only person that didn't really make a face when Virginia mentioned the prenup. The brother was like, the sister was side eyeing. Even the dad was like, trying to look in somebody else's eyes, and it was very weird. The only person I feel like that was not really surprised or um, shocked the the prenup was Virginia, Devon mom. Okay, so really nice meeting everybody, get along, and at the end, the sister was a little bit skeptical about the prenup. She think that it's you thinking, oh, this is not gonna work, but after she come around and they have a really beautiful moment together, which was very nice. And after that, I think we saw Sarah and Ben. Sarah get to meet up with Ben's friends. One thing I don't understand, it's why so many friends? Why? I mean, I can understand if you meet up with, one of my best friends, but why so many friends? Anyway, it's TV. People want to be there. Um, voila. So talk to the friend and Sarah. The only thing that I was a little bit shocked is when she said Sarah and Ben, they have the same value. And remember how Sarah is not religious, never, she doesn't go to church, and Ben is religious. I mean, not religious, you say that he is a man of faith. Okay, let's call him like that. So Ben said that he's a man of faith, but he go to church every Sunday or every Saturday whenever he go to church. And also, he doesn't have any political view or political opinion. He doesn't take side in parties and politics. He doesn't have an opinion about LGBTQ and plus, right? It, I don't know. I'm confused. Why would you say that you guys share the same value? You don't. You obviously don't. Anyway, it was a beautiful meetup. I'm just waiting to see their family, because that's what's important to me. Like, where's your mom? Where's your dad? Where's your sister? And same apply for Ben. Maybe they don't want to be on the show, but I was expecting to see them instead of the friends. We can always meet the friends later. You know what I mean? We can always meet the friends later. The family for me is very important, and Love is Blind. And David, they went to a spinning class. Was it a spin class, or I don't know. It was a workout session. It was a sports class that they went to. Both Lauren and David. Oh my God, David was struggling. David was struggling. Like, if you see the man talking about, oh, I'm very competitive. I'm a sports guy. I play this, blah blah blah. But you couldn't even keep up in this class, like session. Oh, there you are. Anyway, so after that, they talked to Lauren friend. So what I didn't like about this interaction is the friends that are trying to convince David of Lauren's whereabouts or Lauren's words, because if you are with someone, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's what I think. That's what, not how it should be, not how people do it, not how people behave, but I honestly feel like if you are with someone, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay? You have to trust them until they give you a reason not to. Right? Okay, so I get that Lauren is still have like an ex, but she said multiple times it was not her ex, right? So why you keep saying that? She told you. She was very upfront and very clear about what the situation was, and she did told you what happened, but you keep referring to her ex. That was disrespectful for once. And the second thing is the fact that I feel like David is just trying to find a way out of the situation because clearly like Lauren, and she's just trying to find a way to just say, oh, it didn't work, but it wasn't me, it was you. You know what I mean? You know those type of people who will make everything seems like you're the problem, but deep down they are the problem, right? But they will put it in a way that makes you feel that, oh, you are the problem. So that's what I think David is doing. He's just flipping the coin on Lauren, trying to make it seem like the reason why this didn't work. It's not because I didn't give my best, but it's because you were not faithful or truthful, or at this point I don't even know what he thinks of Lauren because, sir, before she comes to Love is Blind, she had a life. If she decided to come to Love is Blind and then had like a week prior to that, she was in the street, that's her problem. Maybe she always wanted that, but she couldn't have it. And there was always something blocking her from having this type of experience. And then she decided to go to Love is Blind to find her person. I think that's valid to me, right? So I don't see what the problem is when the lady told you multiple times the man was not her boyfriend. It was just a friends with benefit situation, but you keep going. But and again, I feel like the friends didn't really go hard at David because if you coming at my friend and my friend told you something and then you keep doubting her and you keep doubting her and then not having faith in her words, I will literally I will check you. I will check you for my friends. Like, what do you mean, sir? She told you was a friend with benefits. She told you, so you don't believe her? So that's how I would go. So you don't believe her? So you're telling me that you just met her and then she is upfront. She is telling you, and then you don't have trust in her. Okay. That says a lot about David, Why you don't have trust in her? No, you just met her, but give her the benefit of the doubt. Trust her until she give you a reason not to. Very simple, right? And then after that, you see them at their apartment. Lauren was putting stuff together because she thought in her head she thought that they were gonna have get together with David's friend, but David knew all along that his friend was not gonna come because his friend is the people that keep telling him that, hey, Lauren was with this guy, Lauren is with this guy, Lauren has a next. And when it's time to come and say, yes, Lauren, you were there, yes, Lauren, you did that, they couldn't come. So that's why I'm saying David is literally trying to find a way to get out of the situation because he doesn't want to get married. He doesn't like Lauren. He doesn't want her, especially Lauren is not sleeping with him, which is another situation. So that's why I don't know, Lauren girl. I don't know why you keep putting up with this man. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is because someone is obviously telling you multiple times there was red flags in the pod. You ignore them. You force him to be with you. Even after the reveal, there was a lot of red flags again and again and again. You keep ignoring them. Now you are on national TV being embarrassed by this guy, being doubted by this guy. I don't know what to tell you anymore because I warn you. If you watch my previous video, if you're watching this right now, you can go back to my previous video. Since the first video I made, I talked about Lauren. I'm like, girl, this man, run for your life. But no, she stick around. She's still here. So I warned you. So anything that happened, it's your responsibility. Anything that happened, you deserve it. I'm sorry, but you do. Yeah. And then we had, Jerry and Monica was talking about of their family, how their family, he really liked the interaction that he has. The mom was great, the dad was great, but the sister was not. And Monica was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I don't think your sister liked me, and if she doesn't like me, that's her problem, which I agree. I mean, she doesn't like me, it's her problem. Not everybody's gonna like you, and it's okay. It's one thing I always tell myself is, when you get to certain place, or you get to certain room, not everyone is gonna like you, and that's okay. So I agree 100% with Joey when he said that, and I totally understand where he's coming from. He even Joey told Monica that, hey, maybe you and your sister, you still have some unresolved issue. Like I said in my previous video when I reviewed episode 8, I did say, hey, I didn't like how Monica's sister said, I always thought that I would be the first to get married. What was that? Didn't like that. Didn't sit right with me at all. So I definitely get, and I'm so happy that he picks up like very quick on that, because some people will, maybe won't notice, but he was very good at, hey, I noticed this, and what happened in episode 9 in the trailer for the next episode that's going to drop tomorrow, because today's Thursday, I'm recording this video. I know I noticed a lot is going to happen. I'm excited, but Netflix with trailer, you can't trust them. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. So thank you for sticking around and watching this video. And like I said, I just came back from work, and I wanted to make sure that I'm staying consistent and do the work and do what I said I wanted to do. If it's your first time watching me, please check my other video. I will put them somewhere here. I don't know. I have a whole playlist for Love is Blind. Please check it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Love you guys, and see you in the next one.